All right. Story time. The little things matter. I used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings for many years. I've told this story before. I was there back when the chicken wings were actually affordable, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Boneless wings, bone-in wings. I'll never forget the day chicken went up. Our manager came in. There was a whole meeting. It's a real thing that happened. It was a chicken shortage, and chicken prices skyrocketed. I ended up bartending, and I loved bartending. And I've always been a very competitive person. So majority of the bartenders at Buffalo Wild Wings that I worked at were ladies, and I would always get very competitive with them, and we'd always have a competition who can get the most tips and who can build the most regular. So when I first got promoted to being a bartender, I would show them the lay of the land. And they would tell me, hey, here's a regular, here's someone that comes in, and here's how much this person tips, here's how much this person tips. So then they told me about this guy that comes in every single Friday, like clockwork, at 1:30 in the morning, right before close. Harmless guy. He's one of those guys that is a bar regular, and you all know what I'm talking about. Goes outside for smoke breaks, comes back in smelling like Marble Lights, having their little beers, just friendly, no bother, like just one of those human beings. Now, this person we're gonna call Steve, just to make it easier, so I don't get anybody in trouble. So Steve would come in at 1:30 like clockwork, and the girls, they would tell me, they said, John, this guy, most he ever tips is $2, but he's super easy. He gets the same 6 chicken wings. He has 2 beers, and he plays the same 3 songs on the jukebox. He'll leave right at about 2:15 once you're closing out the bar, but he's not going to bother you. He'll say hi, say hello. He's friendly. So sure enough, he comes in. Steve walks in the door. Exactly what they said. He sits down, says hello, gets his first beer, stands up, walks to the jukebox, picks his 3 songs, comes back, sits down, order his chicken wings, and then he would order his second beer. He'd wait. He'd tip me my $2. He'd get up. He'd leave. And he did this like clockwork. No big deal. I didn't think anything of it. Finally, one day, I was working with one of the other colleagues that I had, and she was kind of challenging me. She was like, yeah, I told you, $2. That's the most he's going to do. We tried to tell you he's not going to go more. So I looked at her and I said, I think I can get more. Like, I think I can get more. Even if it's 50 cents or $1, like, I'm going to get more. And she just laughed. She said, all right, whatever. So that next Friday, I got super prepared. After about 2 months of this back and forth with Steve, I said to myself, I'm going to find a way to, even if I can get a quarter more, I just want to prove to her that I had the ability to find more opportunity. So one Friday, before Steve gets in there, I said to myself, preparation is key, my friends. So before Steve walks in at about 1:28 in the morning, I walk over to the jukebox and I selected his 3 songs that I knew he was going to play, the same 3 every Friday. So he walks in, he comes up to the bar, and he orders his beer. Before I turned around, I started the play button on the jukebox, and the first song starts playing. He looked at me. I said, don't worry, your first 3 songs, they're ready to play. I already got them set up. So he smiles. Hey, Steve, don't worry. I already put in your order for your 6 wings. And the last thing that Steve would always do is he wanted his second beer when he had a quarter left of his first one and when his wings came out. So before he even said a word, his chicken wings came out. He was a quarter of the way done with his first beer. I had turned around and had a second beer right in front of him and ready. He gave me a smirk that I've never seen before. He laughed. We joked. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, is what he told me. I've been coming here for a long time. No one's ever done that for me. So thank you. So yeah, no problem, Steve. Anytime. Sure enough, my tip went from $2 to $5. And every single Friday for the next 2 years, Steve left me $5 and not 2. I made $3 extra every Friday for 2 straight years. 104 weeks. I made an extra $3 a week because I focused on the little things. And I tried to do something different that nobody else did. So what are you doing to separate yourself in your community? Or are you one of the loan officers that closes early, closes on time, fast underwriting process? My job as a bartender was to pour the beer. My job as a bartender was to put in the order. That is my job. What I did was deeper than my job. I went out of my way, clicked 3 songs on a jukebox. Took me 45 seconds. I had his beer ready. I had to be prepared for when his first beer was going to be done. I had to be extra aware than I normally am. Not sure what's wrong with that. Not sure what's wrong with being a little more aware every day. How aware are you of the extra things that you're doing for the people that need you the most? What are you doing to separate yourself? $3 a week for 2 straight years adds up. Do you think the same way? Or are you focusing on the short-sightedness? I appreciate you all. That is my story. The little things matter.
So, why does Batman beat Superman every time?
Robin.
He's prepared. He has it on his belt. He's prepared. That's what I took away from that story. And the acknowledgement of Steve's behavior. Steve felt seen and Steve felt heard.
And that's all some people need, Tommy. Like it
really is. It goes a long way.
I missed my bad on the Batman thing. I missed it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I was ready for. I was like, Rob.
It was a deep cut.
Sidekick.
It was a deep cut.
Sidekick. I was like, I love Rob. He's a huge difference. Alfred, Robin. No, and you're Tommy. That's it, right? Like, yeah. I met him where he's at. I didn't ask him to meet me where I'm at. You know, I'm the one. At the end of the day, I'm making money from this, right? And same thing for you. And I'm making a lot more than $3 extra a week now. I can tell you that much. Yeah. And I know you all are as well. So I appreciate that, and you're spot on.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor. Hit the like button. Let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. Share this video with fellow brokers who could use a power up. And remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering up.
Take care.